Hello everyone, I'm Leah Torbert with Harrington Strategic Partners, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Harrington's Bookshelf. Our book this week is Rome Incorporated by Stanley Bing. Mr. Bing is comparing the Roman Empire to modern day corporations, and he is making the declaration that the Roman Empire was the first multinational corporation in existence. Today we're going to talk about how companies that are not being run in the best way still manage to survive, even if the management's not doing what they're supposed to do. In the Roman Empire, there reached a point in time where the people that were in charge, the emperor himself, and then all the people around him and the members of the Senate, they were fighting amongst each other. They were all worried about how they were going to keep their own positions. Things were getting a little crazy, but yet the Roman Empire still managed to continue for a long time in some semblance of organization. And then over time, it started to break up into some of the countries that we know today. And modern corporations can follow the same pattern. Even though the management, there might be a lot of infighting, there may be some talks of corporate takeovers, there could be some behavior that's not the best, the corporation still manages to continue on. And the reason for that is that there are so many people that are employed for the corporation that it all still manages to get along okay until hopefully something is figured out. The people that are in middle management can do a good enough job of keeping things together and maintaining some semblance of order that they can try to counteract some of the decisions and behavior that's going on up in the C-suite. And hopefully over time, those decisions can slowly be worked through, people can be replaced or retrained, and the organization can get back on track. The reason why middle management does such a great job of this is because the middle managers are the ones that are actually responsible for ensuring that the day-to-day activities actually get done. The executives become detached from the things that have to happen every day. They're worried about the organization on a much higher level, and over time they can become disassociated with the impacts of the decisions that they make. But the middle managers are neck deep in it. They know exactly what's going on. Their performance reviews are based off of actually producing, and they're in charge of making sure that their employees, the people in their departments, are actually getting things done. And so they're able to maintain the organization, keep the company moving forward and stable while the rest of the organization is adjusting to the different impacts that are being made at the C-suite level. Now, hopefully, over time, the decision making will get right back on track, and then the company can start working together instead of trying to mitigate some not ideal circumstances inside the company. Unfortunately, the Roman Empire was not able to do that, but we've seen in modern days that there are corporations that make it to the other side. Some of them make it because they are just so big that it's hard for them to actually go completely out of business. So they might sell off different divisions, there could be reorganizations, but at the end of the day, the company is still in existence. It's just not in the same manner that it was prior to some of the things that were happening. And then other organizations, we do see that unfortunately, due to different circumstances, they aren't able to make it. A good example could be, Toys R Us. And then we've seen recently, Sears has been struggling for years trying to figure out how to reinvent itself and stay relevant with the way that the retail markets are. And they've struggled. Toys R Us ended up going out of business because they weren't able to compete with companies like Walmart and Target and Amazon, who are much more relevant in the way that our market works today. Toys R Us just they didn't make the cut. They weren't able to get those decisions made in time for things to be salvaged. So there's pros and cons on both sides. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But either way, it's the middle managers that kind of keep things running until a decision has to be made one way or the other, which way the company is going to go. I hope this has been a little different for you this week, trying to look at corporations through the historical aspect. I just tried to bring in, a different touch for this week, change it up a little bit. We'll be back on to, regular motivation and business books next week. If you have any questions about what Harrington Strategic Partners does or how we can help you in your business, you can visit our website, www.harringtonstrategicpartners.com, and you can schedule a call right there. You can access my calendar, pick a time that's good for you, and then we can talk. I'd love to connect with you out on social media. You can follow me out on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And again, my website is harringtonstrategicpartners.com. Thank you guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.